Alright, boys and girls, the old Squarebody rear end took the leaking on to me, and we got her in the shop here doing a little bit of investigating, and we found some stuff, you know, we always do. So what we got is, we've got a bearing that exploded. And when it exploded, it busted the race, and the race come out through the seal. So I bought the seal because I was hoping that's all that was wrong, but Lord knows it would never just be that. So I've got to get this front pinion bearing out. And as you can see, it's missing a few rollers, so I was kind of concerned when I blew the rear end of my big truck, the big block. The rollers actually went through my ring and pinions and smashed the teeth off. So I'm just doing a little investigation here, make sure that didn't happen to this truck, and we're gonna get rid of this old junk in here. So when I put the new bearing in, it doesn't cause me issues. But this is just an old rear end, it's welded up. So I'm really not too interested in wasting any big amount of money on this thing, so we're just gonna stick it back together and away we go again. Well, we got this poor thing apart, and we found a whole bunch of stuff, but to say the least, we took this row of bolts out and we pounded the thing out. It actually didn't come out too bad. It took a little bit of persuading, but it annihilated every bearing on this pinion shaft. So this pilot bearing inside the housing here, that's completely shot. As you can see over here, there's rollers on the floor everywhere. So the way my luck works, got it all apart, the junk pressed off. I got two new bearings here. I got the crush washer, but didn't realize to grab the pilot bearing. So another trip back to the parts shop to get a pilot bearing, and then try to get this all back together and get the truck back up and running. Blew the weld off the top.
Oh yeah, it's busted.
Alright, so as you've seen in the video, we busted the press. So I ended up having to take this up to a transmission shop, rear end shop, Rick Rude's. And he pulled it back apart, and we ended up having to get another bearing, repressed it. It feels good and tight now. It's actually pressed together. This isn't floppy. So now we're ready to put it in the truck. And basically, say you have two bearings inside of this, pilot bearing in the back. The two bearings inside of this have a crush washer in between. And I was unable to get that to crush and to collapse the crush washer to make it tight. So, like I say, that was the issue. Now we're geared up, so we're gonna get the truck in here and get her fixed. All right, boys, she's fixed. Nice and quiet. We're running along probably 90 kilometers an hour. Rear end sounds nice and quiet. Pretty happy to have this old girl back up and running. Old truck. Well, boys, you know I'm one for testing the gear once it's fixed. So anyway, I hauled all this hardwood out after I did all this hardwood up. So I should have enough here for another 3 or 4 cord. There's 2 cord on the trailer now. We just rebuilt the rear end on this truck this morning. Let's hope she makes it home. She's a soggy old load. Look at that, boys. Not even a fucking drip. She is cured.